FYI, there's gonna be noise upstairs. Just saying. Anyway, so here we go. This week we're talking about our favorite television shows, our top 5, and I'm kind of in the same boat as Cow-chan, to be completely honest. I watch so much TV that it's really hard to pinpoint a top 5, but I think I've done it. We'll see. At number 5 is a show called Psych. This series is really great. It's about Sean Spencer, who just has this really great memory and kind of has really good intuitive, like, crime-solving skills in his mind, and so he's able to pretend he's a psychic. And then his best friend Gus is kind of his accomplice in this little adventure, and they create a company called Psych, and they work with the local police department, solving crimes, and some of them believe that he's a psychic and others do not, and it's just a really great show. I really enjoy it. I haven't watched it in so long, but I'm waiting. I prefer to get it on DVD and then watch it versus watch it on TV. So I'm going to have to get the rest of the series. I mean, it's still airing and still being done. So I love the series. Check it out if you haven't. It's really great. I believe it's on USA.com to watch legally, or Hulu. You can try that too, but it's a really good series. Check it out. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's adventurous, it's everything you ever want. It's awesome. And it came out before The Mentalist, just FYI. At number 4, actually used to be number 1, but is now number 4, is Red Dwarf. This is a British sitcom that I was introduced to my senior year of high school, and it was just absolutely awesome, hilarious and fun, and just great. It's basically a spoof off of Star Trek. So if you love Star Trek, watch the series, because it takes everything Star Trek and makes it funny. So it's just absolutely hilarious. I love this series. But you have to like British humor. You have to like the dry kind of, you have to think first kind of humor. But it's a great series. Check this out. You can see clips of it at BBC Worldwide on YouTube. Number 3 is Friends, and I'm sure I don't have to give you a synopsis of Friends. I'm sure most people know what Friends is. It's about these 6 people living their lives in New York City. No real storyline attached to it, just a lot of fun about friendship and humor and falling in love and life in general, and it's just always been a really big part of my life, and I love it. It's the only show that I own the entire series of, other than anime. The only live-action, non-anime... Well, no, I do own all of Red Dwarf, of all that's out. Because Red Dwarf is also still in production, so. Number 2 is Three's Company. You'll kind of see a running theme. Red Dwarf is a British comedy. This is based off of British comedy. And my number 1 is reminiscent of British comedy. I like British comedy. This is Three's Company. It's based off of the show in the UK called Man About the House. And it follows these 3 roommates who live together. And the guy has to pretend he's gay because otherwise the landlord would not let him live with these 2 women. Nothing is going on. It's all completely platonic, even though I want these 2 to hook up, but they never do. And it's a really great, funny series, and I really enjoy it. It's got really great reminiscence of British comedy, so I love it. I love the series so much. And number 1 should come to no surprise to some of you because I talk about it a lot. I got Dylan into it, and it was on Dylan's top 5, and that is Community. Community is about these group of people. First season, he's not as much, but these guys right here all belong to a Spanish study group in the first season, but they kind of evolve and make it just a normal college study group. Because Jeff, the main character, it has the hots for Britta, this girl right here, and creates this fake study group with his friend Abed. And Abed brings a whole bunch of people to this study group, and they're just kind of this incredibly eccentric, stupid, dysfunctional family. And then their Spanish teacher, Senor Chang, who second season gets a whole new kind of outlook in the series, which is kind of fun, and actually becomes part of this versus being the teacher versus the study group. And they're all kind of crazy in their own way. Annie used to be addicted to pills. Jeff just kind of doesn't care about anybody and kind of likes to screw people's lives. Britta hates Jeff, but at the same time loves Jeff. It's kind of funny. Troy is kind of the stupid jock. Then you got Abed, who's just socially awkward in more ways than one. Pierce, who is Chevy Chase, need I say more? Pierce, who is racist, sexist, all of the other ists. Basically, if you want to be offended, listen to Pierce. Or follow Old White Guy Says on Twitter. Shirley, who is like that crazy Christian woman that shoves religion down your throat, and she's absolutely hilarious doing it. For those of you who've seen Drake and Josh, this is the woman who played Helen in Drake and Josh, the owner of the movie studio. And then Senor Chang, who is just crazy. Or Chang. It's just a great series. If you haven't seen it, you really, really need to. It's finally just got picked up for a third season. I'm so excited. But only the first season's out on DVD. Pick up the first season. Totally worth it. It is just so funny. I love this series so much. It is my favorite thing in the whole world. I love this more than any anime, more than any other sitcom, more than any other television show, movie. It is my favorite piece of media of all time. So it's just amazing. Check this series out. It really needs more of a following.